Okay, I didn't realise someone was already here. Let's get the chapter up. So, figured before starting the chapter, why not have a quick look at today's Twitter sketch? Thought maybe can do this every week. So, maybe you've already seen my little breakdown of it on Twitter. But it's just a nice little scene. Andy coming back from the finger he gave to Fuko. Shen is like, hey, that fighting style, doesn't it hurt? Looks painful. And then Andy's like, yeah. He says an interesting thing where it's like, it hurts like death. It hurts so much I could die, but I can't die. Which is just nice. And the best part of it is right at the end where Void is just like, I need to ask him to spar later. I mean, there's been flashbacks before of Void sparring with Victor, and I think it's just nice. It's a nice idea. Like, yeah, of course Void wants to box against someone who can't die. That's like his big thing, is he boxed somebody, and they died, so of course he wants to fight someone who can't die. So, that's all I really have to say about the sketch. It's cute. And then let's move on to the chapter itself. Chapter 222 of Undead Unluck. Ooh. October 31st, 2015. I cannot remember what the date was last time we saw a date. Is it the last day of quests? I think it's the last day of quests. I mean, October 31st, I think, was when Billy betrayed the Union in Loop 100. Nervous? No. Oh, of course, yeah. Little flash forward. Explains why the sketch this week was Andy coming back. Because I had a feeling as soon as I saw that sketch, okay, we're having some kind of flash forward. Because, why would we see Andy coming back in the sketch and then see Andy coming back in the chapter itself? So we flashed forward to, I guess, the flash forward to when the quests are handed in, and the chapter's called Speedrun. Oh, that's not a good. With how much people have been worrying about, we're not doing too well on the table of contents. Oh, is Tozuka going to rush us to the end? This chapter's called Speedrun. Let's see how that goes. Nervous? Nah. I'm just excited. Been waiting 4.6 billion years for this moment. Sorry to keep you waiting, you bunch of lugs. This is sick. Wicked. Okay, before I let him continue, let's have a look at this panel, because it's a nice panel, but I'm gonna be real. I mean, this isn't exactly Tozuka's finest art. I mean, Phil being front and center, and he just Tozuka's been trying very hard in the last few chapters. We have had some gorgeous spreads with Andy's return. I don't mind Phil, Engine, and Teller looking a little wonky. Teller always looks great. I love Teller's 101 design. New Teller. This is sick. Wicked. Ooh. Okay. Well, Tozuka has a lot of faces to draw this week. Maybe that's why they looked a bit wonky. So that guy's really Fuko's. Yeah. Her boyfriend? Apparently. Oh, getting to see Bax. I like the sound of his heart. Oh, that's great. Now, how long until Billy recognizes that Andy's strong? Because that's the big deal here. Oh, hey Skara. I think that's a big deal here. The second Billy recognizes Andy as strong is going to be a big moment, because you'll be able to see. So, surprised it hasn't happened already, but maybe that's why he wasn't present for the Ruin fight. I like the sound of his heart. Ooh, today might be a catastrophic week to try and do accents. But, whatever. I like the sound of his heart. I'm not going to try a Chinese accent. I think there's a range of accents that people are allowed to try without coming across as racist. I don't think Chinese is in that range, so I sure like to spar with him. You mustn't. Same thing Void said in the sketch this week. Shh. The heck? Awful quiet. Well, the majority of them only know you as the guy who showed up out of the blue buck naked at the hospital. What's that? Wait, you haven't used Remember yet? What kind of self-imposed challenge are you playing here? I understand how you feel, but if you were in my shoes, you would have done the same thing, right? Actually, I would have used it around Billy. He's a pain in the ass to deal with. What? Hey, you. Hurry and sit down. Geez, you ought to be grateful, you know. Gina, the boss's right-hand number 2 woman, is handing over her seat to you after all. Interesting, though. Andy would have used Remember around Billy. I mean, he's less empathetic, I guess, than Fuko is. You know, like, how would he have handled the Chikara recruitment, basically? Would he have given Chikara a choice? Maybe. Maybe not. I think maybe he'd be more of a kidnapper than Fuko ended up being. Yep. I do know a thing or two about how much you propped up the boss in the past. Go ahead. Oh, I love that. I love the letters around the number that don't really make logical sense, because how could Billy have hidden his ability? Oh well. Kurikara is clacking. Oh. Okay, wait. So it's next to him in the panel where the seat lights up, and then it clacks next to him in the next panel. Is it like mid-air in that panel and then clack? I don't quite get the sequencing of what's going on here. But either way, Yusai is bequeathing Kurikara over to Andy. Thanks. And I'll start by introducing myself. I'm the Union's second seat, Undead. You can call me Andy. Nice to meet you. Why'd you stick it there? Boy, these reactions are refreshing. Well, that's why you didn't use Remember. Yusai screen time, I know, right? Yusai screen time. Any Yusai screen time is good screen time. Is this farce over? Oh, hey. Time to announce the results, rookie. Haha, long time no see, Oppo. All successful. Now granting rewards. Capture of Yuma Burn, successful. Participants, Engine, Teller, Creed. I would have loved to see that. I mean, sure, Engine probably hard countered, and then Engine would have hard countered. Creed would have just nuked him. But those are free characters. Uma Summer, Shen, Phil, Void, and Yusai. Yeah, everyone but Shen here really needed more screen time. Would have been nice if we could see those. Even if they would have just been easy. It would have been nice, but hey, we've only got so much time. Neutralization of Beast, successful. Participants Fuko Top Ishin. Neutralization of Yuma language, successful. Participants Nico Ichiko Feng. Where's Feng? Not a clue, of course. So I guess maybe Sean's got his seat back from Feng then, because otherwise there's no way they're doing this. Addition of 4 seats. Location of the reward artifact is here. 2 places have been marked, and the globe is too grayed out to really make out anything. Kinda looks like one of them's in the ocean. Oh well. What a grand sight. I'm impressed. This is all thanks to not only Miss Therese and everyone else, but you, Andy. Thank you, and a job well done. We're both in the same boat, yeah? Let's just move past it. Fool. This is where your cocky ways come to an end, was that? The stage will not be the same going forward. There will be quests in 3 months. From here on out, the entities you've been holding back all this time, the 8 Master Rules will be waiting. I mean, I like that we're calling them the 8. I know there's only 8 left, but it's like, you know, if in One Piece, if one of the emperors falls, you're probably still going to call them the 4 emperors. Like, it doesn't matter if one's dead, and maybe you haven't found a replacement yet. Still call them the Four Emperors. Don't pretend that Beast and Land didn't happen. The 8 Master Rules will be waiting. You can't defeat them now that you're devoid of injustice. Technically a double negative, but oh well. The remaining 8 won't be as easy as Beast or Language. Well, thank God. I mean, were they great fights? Yeah. Would I want every fight from here on outward to be as easy? No. Nope. You basically have 3 months till the end of the world. Spend that time wisely. 3 months. That's all the time we have before we fight those guys again. So her ability hasn't manifested yet? I've been observing her for a month and nothing's happened. I'm sure the trigger is Mr. Victor. There's no direct link between Julia and Mr. Victor. Even if Victor were to appear, I'm certain the tragedy wouldn't occur. I mean, like, I've seen this idea brought up before. Like, people saying, if Nico fell in love with another woman, would her death trigger Unforgettable? And I would think yes. And it's not like, I think it's a bit of an assumption to make that Victor has to be involved for Injustice. The most that Julia could gain from using Remember is Miss Juice's combat prowess. Injustice won't form in her. It came true. Mr. Victor's wish to have her forget who she was and lead a normal life without turning into a negator. If I used Remember, then Miss Juice would try to fight, even if she didn't have Injustice. So I think we should fight without relying on Remember or Injustice. Okay, if this is going towards us not using Remember, then I'm a little salty. Like, I've had that idea before, maybe. Okay, I see you pointing out easy for the Beast and Land fights. Lan, not so much. But what I mean is that as soon as souls were discovered, Beast kind of... I mean, it wasn't easy. Foka had to come up with a strategy, everyone had to work together. And it was a really good fight. But, like, that was them literally just discovering soul powers. Like, after any kind of training, if we just assume that the next one up after Lan, so number 7, who we still don't know the name of, like, if we just assume he's a little bit stronger than Beast and Lan, and they know how to use their soul this time, I wouldn't want that. I'm glad that it's being made out that they're a lot stronger. I mean, Lan was different because her power isn't really power. Like, Beast is just punchy hitty. I summoned guys who punchy hitty. But, you know, Lan got around that by being a very different kind of fight. Where was it going? Quit with it down in the comments. All these guys in front of you are just filler for Injustice. What have you been assembling these guys for over the past 200 years? Why do you think they're all here right now? I know why everyone is here. We are here, Miss Fuko, because we want to fight with you. Please give me a little more time for my power to manifest. Yes. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to see Injustice Julia. I don't want Julia to just become Juice, but I do want Julia to flourish. I think she deserves it. Please give me a little more time for my power to manifest. If it doesn't work, then using Remember, I'll stand beside the past me who I idolize so much and fight alongside everyone else. Okay, thank you. So we not getting Remember soon then? Alright. All members, we need to retrieve a reward artifact ASAP. For the next 3 months until the quest start, 2 people will take shift sticking to Julia in case Injustice manifests. The remaining members will take any intel Andy has and hold an anti-Master Rule strategy meeting to... Beep, 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 beep. Ah, sorry, that's my alarm. That's odd. I had it set for 6 in the morning. Now, as I was saying... Beep, 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 beep. Huh? Is it broken? Oh, that's not it. Time is accelerating. Oh my god, Nico's wallpaper. Oh my god. last week, on last week's sketch, I remember somebody, I want to say it was Miol from Twitter and Discord, pointed out that, like, on last week's sketch, you could just about make out another sketch, like, on the back of that piece of paper that was scanned. And I'm pretty sure it was this. So maybe Tozuka was practicing his sketch for Nico's wallpaper. Oh, that's really sweet. But time is accelerating. Maybe I spoke too soon, but we still haven't learned the name of Master Rule 7. What? 3 months skipped. Oh. Oh. Huh. What? It hasn't even been a day. It's huge. No prep time, eh? You're that afraid of injustice, Soul? Fine. Starting now, we're officially on a speedrun. Okay, well that's chapter 222. I'll keep this a short discussion, purely because I know that there's another live stream for a reaction to this channel coming up in 3 minutes. So I'll try and keep this short. But if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop it. I'll address it. But Apocalypse looks unhinged. I mean, he didn't look like this in the last, like in the final set of quests last loop, so I'm guessing this is a soul intervention thing. And yeah, I'm gonna say that based off time literally accelerating, I'm thinking Master Rule 7 probably is time. I've been hanging on to the Fade theory for a while now. I still think Feng and Shen will probably fight him. Purely because, well, Feng less so, but like, who else is Shen gonna fight? He hasn't really had focus for a while. Most of the other characters are like, you can figure out what Master Rules we're gonna fight. Shen, not so much. Yeah, probably time then, not Fade. Unless, I'm thinking Epoche is in the same situation Spring is in, maybe being controlled. That seems to be it. I mean, Epoche being controlled isn't really all that different to normal Epoche, to be honest. He kind of acts like he's being controlled by Sun anyway, which is strange considering he's an artifact. But strange. So, I mean, they're talking about the idea. Like, I wonder if these ideas that were brought up in this chapter are actually going to happen now. Like, putting 2 people on Julia to see if she can manifest injustice. Waiting to do Remember. Like, did we bring up all these things and now we're just going to abandon them? Or are we going to have to do them a bit faster? I think that Soul used the time skip properties of a round table to skip time. Huh. Could have done that. I'm trying to think, because like here, I feel like every other time they've skipped time, it was like you teleport in time. Like, you are here, now you're here, now you're here. Like, there's no movement. You just go from January to March, something like that. But this is like accelerating time. Like, it's moving very fast. Like, Foucault's alarm is going off, a date is shifting. I could see it being Soul manipulating the round table somehow. Maybe the dark round table also has similar properties. But I think this is Master Rule 7. Still gonna call him that because I still hope he's Fade. It'd be nice if he's Fade. But Master Rule 7, I think he's the one who's behind this. But yeah, a lot of focus on Julia this week. Yeah, it wasn't instantaneous, which it seems like every other time skip has been. You know, the same way Andy and Fuka were teleported when Dewey skipped time for them after the spring arc. But yeah, There is going to be some interesting theory crafting for this one. Yeah, a lot of focus on Julia, which, yeah, maybe next week we already go into the fight against Master Rule 7. Like, are we even going to have a chapter to do Remember before then? I mean, it's not like we deal with Master Rule 7 and then we're safe. Maybe next chapter is Remember, because... No, I mean... If he's accelerating time, then you kind of need to kill him now, otherwise the quest period runs out. Like, because I really think they're going to fail this and trigger Ragnarok again. Like, I was thinking, how does that happen? Is Soul just too powerful and they lose his fight? Or maybe Master Rule 7 can do time stuff to make it so they end up failing his quest or failing someone else's quest by just not beating him in time. Like, maybe by accelerating the date or by freezing people in place. But, yeah, it's very interesting. So, I will leave it there, just because, one, I think I just want time to think about this chapter. A lot of the implications are really interesting. And also, if anybody doesn't watch Mugen Eclipse's live reaction streams on YouTube, they are really good. And I know that they started 2 minutes ago. So I'm honestly going to say, anyone who just wants more Undead Unluck reaction live streams, just head over to their channel on YouTube right now. They're a lot of fun. It's two guys, so they also get to talk to each other. It's not me just waiting, obviously I love talking to you guys in chat, but there's a bit more, a little more back and forth, because, watching two guys is better than one. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for coming today, and I will see you, I'm going to say at the same time next week. I'll try and aim for half an hour past the chapter release, but if there's roadworks and stuff, like, I come here straight from work, so things can get a bit iffy. But yeah, thanks for coming, and I will see you all next week.